my recap of the Real Housewives of Orange County Reunion Part 2, Season 9, Episode 20. 20! Can you believe the way this season has just dragged on for an eternity? Anyway, it is a gloomy day outside. It looks like it's going to rain. I'm hoping to get a few hours of sunshine in so that I can shoot. I cut my finger. But here we go. First off, I mentioned in the very first episode of the season, so 19 months ago, that my dad worked in freeway construction for a million years until he retired in the early 2000s. So I said, I bet you he knows David Beador. So I asked my dad, I finally remembered, and I said, hey, have you heard of this David Beador? He's on one of these shows that I watch, one of these, reality shows. And he's got some $13 million house in South Orange County and, all that. And my dad thinks, and it's like, I don't know that I've really heard of him. My dad owned probably the largest company in Southern California. If you live there and you ever see red and gray trucks that say Penhall on the side, they do freeway construction. They also rent out equipment to other companies. So if you live in Southern California and you keep an eye out, you will see one of those trucks. Okay. Anyway, he eventually said, yeah, you know what? I think he's doing the freeway widening on the 57 between Imperial, Yorba Linda, and the 91, to which my mom said, well, I hope he's adding more than one lane on the 57-91 interchange. So, yes, I did grow up in Orange County. But he said, I didn't realize that David was that big, that he had a $13 million house. So, but it's been quite a few years since my dad worked there. So, who knows? Anyway, proof that, yes, I do know what I'm talking about with freeway construction. Sorry for the boring story. But it's probably the most interesting story out of this reunion. The highlights were, well, there weren't many. We talk about Shannon being holistic. I'm totally fine with that. If that's how she wants to invest her money, as long as she's not, like, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I think it's a minor story, and it's really no one else's business other than her own. Vicky does apologize to Lizzie for being so hard on her. Good Vicky. Andy said what I said, which is that after 9 years, Vicky's like the voice of reason. Like, she really was one of the more sane people this season. Once she got over that whole, like, I'm going to treat Lizzie like crap thing, I actually thought it was kind of enjoyable to have her around, which is surprising because I'm not a big Vicky fan. The whole thing about Tamara not coming to the party. Now, here's the thing I want to point out. Okay, she said that she didn't call right away because she was trying to get her mother. Okay, but on Twitter and Facebook, the day that episode aired, she said that she knew that morning that she couldn't come, and Bravo made her wait an hour after the party started to call. She said that Bravo said it would look better on camera, and that post, by the way, on Facebook got taken down within half a day. So Tamara's still not telling the truth. Maybe one of those stories is the truth. One is that she just didn't want to go and she waited till the last minute and there was no other option. Another is that maybe she did feel like she wanted to go, so she tried to get her mom, but when her mom fell through, she called. Maybe the third one that Bravo said, you know what, you need to call her so we have it on camera. I don't know which one it is, but the fact that she's telling multiple different stories is just endemic of Tamara. There you go. Tamara and the baby. I'm not a person who says that you should be happy with 3 kids, or when someone says they want a 4th kid, I'm like, who do they think they are? I do agree that is one of those rights that that I try to keep my nose out of. But I don't think Lizzie's saying that Tamara has 3 kids and is happily married, and I don't think that was a slam. So I think Tamara just doesn't like Lizzie, and vice versa. And that's what that is. I'm so happy for Shannon that her marriage is better. I suffered through the season watching, I'm sure you did as well, feeling like Shannon was, it was so uncomfortable to watch because they clearly loved each other, but they kept missing. Whenever one of them would make an attempt, the other one would like slide out of the way. And it was really uncomfortable to watch because you were just like, oh my gosh, you guys love each other. Why are you working so hard to fight? Because they, they were. So I'm glad to hear that their marriage is doing well. Vicky got called out on saying that Heather had that fake phone call. I get why Vicky said it. It was, the timing was crazy, but it did look like the phone lit up when she held it up to her ear. I don't know. I don't care. I do agree that probably Terry wouldn't have gotten it when he passed it off, but I don't know. The whole Heather Smart thing, I agree with the people that say a lot of fans found her annoying. I've always said it didn't annoy me. I may feel differently if it happened in real life. Okay, so I am putting that out there that if in real life I was Heather's friend and she did that to me, I might be annoyed by it as well. But I would like to think that I would be sitting right next to her going, oh yeah, amalgam, of course. Of course you serve red wine at a slightly warmer temperature. Oh, seriously? Plumeria, of course it's a plumeria tree. What did you think it was? So I would like to think of myself as being right next to Heather and being annoying. And the truth is, you're going to be annoying to someone out there. That is all it is. I had someone recently go and dislike like 15, and I'm sure it's the same person because I got 15 dislikes on one day. And it was like every episode. And clearly someone dislikes me. That's fine. People are going to dislike you, so they might as well dislike you for being the real you than trying to not only, one, be fake, but then have people hate you for things that aren't even true. So there you go. I don't mind by Heather. Tamra, I feel like she got it easy. She definitely double talked. She absolutely, definitely was talking out of both sides of her mouth. I think the whole thing about her pushing people into corners or being pushed into corners, I think what happens is Tamra gets pushed into a corner and she comes out 7 times harder on people. So she's definitely sort of like, if you dish it at Tamra, she's going to come back 9 times harder. I've seen that in a lot of people that had kind of a rough upbringing where they feel like they're never going to be victims again. So anytime they feel like someone's unfair, they come back just ripping and tearing and destroying everyone in their wake. I don't know Tamra's history, so I'm not trying to say like clearly that's the behavior of someone who's been abused or who had an abusive boyfriend at some point. I don't know. I'm just saying I've seen this behavior before. I've seen it with people that they don't want to ever be a victim again, and they darn well won't, and they take everyone down with them. So Tamra's definitely fun. She got a lot of kind of flack at the end, but she skated right through the middle. I mean, I'm kind of, considering how mean she was to Heather about making fun of Heather behind her back, I'm a little disappointed that Heather's so eager to like defend Tamra when she really should sort of be like, yeah, Tamra, that is, I wish you were just consistent. I wish you would pick a lane. And I noticed what she meant, which is either you're my friend all the time or you're not my friend. You know, like you gotta, you know, if you're going to be my friend, then don't tell me to my face, oh, you're fine, and then turn around and be like, oh, what a know-it-all. Like, do either tell me to my face, oh, you're such a know-it-all, or don't do it either place. Anyway, I'm glad this season is over. It wasn't a bad season. I'll probably watch it again. But it does feel like the never-ending season between Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and this season. This is a full year of my life I've dedicated to Real Housewives. So anyway, I will see you guys on the flip. Although there is one more episode and I'll probably recap it.